we just landed in Geneva.
It's the last day of Wow. And topic today is everyone has their own timelines when they see success, and you shouldn't be discouraged if either yours takes longer than others, or even if you hit yours very quickly, as we all have different challenges, adversities that we all have to overcome, and limiting beliefs that we have to conquer before we're able to actually hit the goals that we set out for ourselves. And I was talking about a little bit last video is that you should never put a timeline on anything, as you should just let it happen to you naturally, right? Just by you simply putting in the work, you can have an estimated time frame or maybe a numbers goal that you want to hit, but never put a time frame on it, because I feel like that limits you. And if that time frame doesn't happen, it discourages you instead. But if you just simply have the number goal to set out instead of actually a certain date, that's going to do you a lot better, because you know exactly what you're working for, but you don't know exactly how long it will take. Now, what do you think about this, Jules?
At the end of the day, it's a little mindset talk, but you have to switch your mindset to understanding that obviously, like every other guru says on the internet, it's the journey, it's not the end goal. And to a certain degree, they're right, but let me try to explain it to you and how I did it. There came a point in the journey where I just knew it was going to go. There's obviously a certain part where you have a bit of doubt, a bit of fear, but then it just comes full circle and you just know. It's just that's just a mindset that I built after the time I was, working on e-commerce. And then once I finally built that mindset to say, okay, I know eventually it's going to come. I know guaranteed 110%. I actually then wanted more failures. I actually then wanted it to take longer. I then wanted it to take longer. And the reason being was because I knew eventually it was going to come. But now the more problems, the more troubles, the more issues just makes me more stronger, makes me more, as Tate says, perspicacious. It makes you more, it just makes you persevere more. It just makes you better. It makes you better because at the end of the day, it's the challenges, it's the issues. God, you ask God for all these, high valued man traits, right? And it's not just given to you, it's given you through obstacles and trials and tribulations. So at the end of the day, when I realized that I'm going to get it no matter what, I actually seeked for it to be harder because I knew I'm going to get it. Now I just want to be as strong as possible throughout the journey. So, look at other people, maybe get inspired, get motivated, unlock a limiting belief in your head that it's possible for yourself, but do never get demoralized and never say, hey, this guy reached in this X amount of time. Like, it's not worth it. It's a loophole that will get you in a very, very dark place.
Yeah, that's very true. And I feel like you should honestly just love the grind and loving in the trenches, right? Because you have to first love the place and life that you are before you can move up to another one, And it's when you're comfortable, well, not comfortable, but you almost like being in the trenches, right? And I think that's when you're going to be able to actually see growth and actually unlock the next level in your life, because you want to push harder. You want more failures, as what Julian said. And you overall want more challenges, because that's what's going to make you stronger. That's what's going to be able to make you persevere more. It's going to be able to hit those bigger numbers, because those people that are doing 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil a month, they have a lot more pressure on them compared to us. They have a lot more problems compared to anyone that's doing merely, like, let's say 1K, 2K, 3K a month. Is the reason why they're making 2 to 3 million is because they're able to undercome more pressure than anyone else. Right. And when you make more money, your life doesn't get easier. If anything, more challenges arise. Everything, you have more challenges to come that you have to face every single time. It always gets harder, but you are just now having the armor to overcome these challenges, instead of before you just had a fucking stick against a bear. now you're actually having a fucking, a sword that you're able to just to completely conquer whatever happens to you during this. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. It's well said. There's nothing else to be said, to be honest. Like Seb said, you're starting off with a stick and a bear, but then you're gonna get an army tank versus a dragon. You see, so the bear gets better, but you get 10 times better. You go from a stick to an army tank. So
That's true.
compare those two situations, and even though you're fighting a dragon in the second one, you're most likely gonna succeed and win. So.
Very true. Anyways, boys, I'm rooting for you guys, and ciao.
You're at the top.